I talk about the ups and downs of the whole living in the car thing. I try to show the ruggedness of it, even though I haven't been documenting as much as I should be. Life calls. But with all said and done, man, living life freely and just being able to take everything in, sometimes it's hard to give up. What's happening, beautiful people? It's your favorite black man that lives in a car that's kind of eccentric and a bit confrontational, but at the end of the day, just here to have fun. How you doing, it's B Sprax. So, before we even get started, look at the length. Oh my lord, damn. People in the comments and previous videos, I was roasting me on not getting my retwist done because I was incredibly lazy. I was focused on paying my bills, so I didn't really care how bad I looked. Can't say shit now. Yeah, where you? I like to say these videos like that because I just like having fun. I like having fun with life and everything and whatnot, and it sets the vibe. Um, Life is an enjoyable experience. We don't always need to confront people and be angry and whatnot. And I say this as a very angry person who's very confrontational and everything. I'm learning over the years as I grow and become more of the person I want to be and less of the person I was, that you just enjoy it. You know what I'm saying? And speaking of enjoying life and everything, that's what this video is about. As I talk about the ups and downs of living out of the car. As of this recording, it is, hold on, I gotta fix this real quick. I'm gonna leave all that in. As of this recording, it's 299 days since I've started living in a car and everything. And it started as a way of, I need a hard reset. I'm going to jump ship instead of sink with people who are already sinking, family members of mine who were just going down and wanting to do the whole proper family experience and, let's build together and whatnot. Yeah, it wasn't working. And sometimes you have to make hard decisions. And in general, this wasn't really a hard decision. In fact, it was a very easy decision to make. Those who come from a poorer type environment know what I'm talking about. What's usual for us, I've learned, is unusual for a lot of people. As in, I'm going on the side real quick before we get into the topic. Laughing and joking about things like pain and abuse and other stuff, getting kind of deep right there. For me and the people I'm around, it's life. It was simple. Got to college and everything, and would tell stories of some crazy stuff that happened, and would have people just looking with complete shock. I remember a friend of mine, Rose. I was telling her some stuff, and people were sharing stories, and her only response was, "Are you okay?" And that was the moment I realized, oh, this ain't normal. But what should be normal is enjoying life. And sometimes it's hard to go back towards living in an apartment and everything and whatnot. Like, I'm not done what I need to do yet. I'm the type of person, I want things done immediately or as immediately as possible. So instead of having a 5 to 10 year plan, no, I have a 1 and 2 year plan. I'm gonna make it happen. I have no kids. I have no significant other. I can get it done, even if I have to sacrifice for a little bit, which all plays into me doing the whole car thing. But even as things improve and it's becoming more and more and more of me getting to where I need to be, there's a part of me that just doesn't want to give it up. There's a part of me that just wants to be free of bills and everything and just buy an RV and continue to live like this. Now, for what I want to do with life and the channel and everything, that's going to get in the way. But there's a part of me that wants to do that, as everything is just so freeing. The ability to get up whenever I want and go where I want, especially as I freelance, not just freelance in my career, but since I work so hard, I do like a lot of other people and do gig work as well. And I'm always traveling because of that. I'm traveling because of freelancing in general, but because of gig work and just going to parties, events. As I have more free time, I travel a lot. I've gone up and down the state of New Jersey, and I've seen areas of New Jersey that I probably never would have seen because of the fact that I don't have children. I don't have to clock in per se. Like, yeah, sometimes I have to get up early and go to an event like 5 in the morning or whatnot. But the way my life is structured, I go where I want, when I want. And I just seen so many things. I was down at Fortescue Beach this summer. I didn't even know that place existed until one day. I was like, what do I have to do? Nothing. Let's go on an adventure. That type of stuff. Currently it's autumn, and I get to see New Jersey and its beauty, the fall and whatnot. I like to go on long night drives and just exist while the world is silent. And it's like me. There's me in the world. I get to do all these different things without the worry of 15 to 2,000 something dollars going out my bank account every week for rent. As we all know, we're in a housing crisis right now. Let me fix this. I'm going to do this on camera. I don't have to worry about that type of stuff. And it's a bit hard when I start thinking about it. Giving up my money, my time, and whatnot, to then have to be back in society and the way society is structured. Now, I'm no Nostradamus or anything, but one thing I've come to realize, living life like this, and this is a topic that people have already brought up, so I'm not trying to act like, once again, like I'm some genius or anything, but one thing I've come to realize is the way our lives or society is structured, we do a lot of bullshit just to survive. Like with the current housing crisis and pricing and everything, it's not really a crisis. We have more than enough units, but a lot of them are being used for retail investment purposes and everything. Motherfuckers can really give a shit. They just want to make their money. That's the reality of it. But with this current crisis, people are finding themselves, spending more of their paychecks just to have a roof over their head. So instead of the 30%, which it should be, now it's like, you see people spending 50, 60, 75%. Now some who are just like completely upside down. And if you're spending that amount, of money, what do you have to do? Work, get a second job. Like back when I was working retail, it was obviously there was a problem. This was 2014 and 2016. And I was working with couples, 2 jobs that were in their middle ages to upper middle ages. I don't want to say elderly because they weren't really elderly, but people who were definitely in their like 40s, 50s, 60s. And dealing with that, as well as, living my own personal life and paying attention to the atmosphere in the country being very politically in tune and whatnot, all of it really showed that not only do we currently have a problem, but there was a problem coming. In fact, ironically, living this free and kind of lifestyle, one of the things I get to see is the problem up close, because there's so many of these goddamn luxury apartments, luxury homes, and more luxury homes. Yeah, there's a lot of them. And the best part is, the only luxurious part about them is, hold on, I just gotta check these notes real quick. We got 15, not even one, a half, a closet, 25. The only luxurious part about it is the money coming out of your wallet. So it's stuff like that definitely plays a part. In fact, can do a whole separate video on the rise of so-called luxury apartments and, the commodification, the greater commodification of housing under greed and everything for these land developers just to pretty much hold us at gunpoint, hold our pockets at gunpoint. And by us, I mean everybody, because these places, their prices aren't worth what people are paying. But even with all that, this type of experience has helped me know even more what I value. Like, I already knew what I valued, but there's one thing to know what you value and really to get to live it, right? This type of freedom and everything, the sacrifice made for this, to fast track my bills, to, reset my life and everything. I don't mind it. I don't at all. And even though it's temporary, just the ability to breathe and just be by yourself, of yourself, it's kind of like a spiritual awakening. If I'm going to get all, hippie-ish and everything, right? It's kind of been that on my journey of self-improvement and everything. The things that I gave up, which are things I do miss, like my video games, my little disco bulb that I have projecting off the ceiling. Not actual disco bulb, but it's a RGB bulbs, so they'll always have like little spotlights on like the ceiling and whatnot. It's hard to describe, but it gives my room a very chill vibe. I have the LED lights around the corner of the walls and everything. Like, come to where I stay, it's a place of relaxation. Sit down, smoke a little something, watch some movies, just hang out. I'm that type of person. Giving up all that was fine. I miss it, but I don't. And this has helped me realize more of what I value. Like doing stuff like this, talking to the camera and everything. I actually find it fun. As well as traveling, being nomadic, having the ability, as I've said before, just to get up and go from place to place to place as much as I want. In fact, before I end this, I plan on doing a country ride road trip, but I have to do some things with the car first, change some spark plugs, injectors, shocks, as well as getting some other bills out the way because I want to make sure it's smooth when I do it. Smooth, seamless, try to eliminate as many potential problems as possible. Can't foresee everything, but you can plan ahead. It's just, I ain't really willing to give it up, but I have to. But until then, I'm going to value every moment of this because even when things were bad, and they were bad during the summer, it wasn't that bad. There's one moment I could be thinking of my debts and things I got into, helping people out and everything. And then the next moment, just driving on a sunny ass day in the middle of the farmland, bright blue skies, and realizing I don't got to be anywhere if I really don't want to. It's hard to give that up. Anyways, see y'all in the next video.